Numero nueve. Shelley Scholes says, I struggle with addiction to nicotine and caffeine. There are no rehab centers for these. What do I do? I know it's sin, but I need help to overcome. I can't be a slave to two masters. Okay, well, Shelley, I don't know your whole situation and your whole life and everything like that. And the first thing I think any counselor would do if they're going to talk to you about this is assess your situation by asking you a bunch of questions. That's my first advice to you is, sit down with somebody who you can share all these details. How much of this is a serious problem? How much of this is maybe you're overreacting in some ways to some of these things? But maybe it is a real, maybe like you say, addiction to like say caffeine, like maybe that's like a really serious problem for you. But I would also encourage you then to get educated about how these things work. Caffeine, there's so much information now online that it's very helpful. Caffeine, nicotine, all of these things, you can learn how they function in your body so that you can have a more efficient and successful method for overcoming those things, because they have a chemical effect on your body. And then when you stop using them, that has a chemical effect. And there's different things you can do that I'm not all aware of that like layer down the impact of the effect on your body to make that process more simple and easier. Anyway, other than that, I want to say, Shelley, that no matter what you do, no matter how much help you get, whether that maybe that is you start doing half caffeinated, or a third caffeinated, or 3/4, and then you bring it down until you're just drinking like decaf coffee and you've tapered it down, or maybe you go from cigarettes that you're smoking perhaps to like a nicotine patch, and then you go down from that to less and less, or maybe you just do cold turkey. Whatever scenario you pick, whatever path you do for overcoming this thing in your life that you see as like a serious issue, I want to suggest that nobody can take away your free will in this situation. And that's probably the most frustrating aspect, is that me included, I inherently want to look elsewhere for the willpower to do the right thing. As a Christian, God has given me his Holy Spirit, and he calls me to walk in the Spirit, and that is a decision I make. And so I continually, you'll find in your prayers, Lord, help me to not do this thing that I'm doing. For me, as I've prayed that so many times, because I'm a human just like you, I feel like sometimes when I've prayed that, it's been me abandoning responsibility for my own decisions to some degree. Not that it's always wrong to pray that, but I'm just talking about like the general vibe in my heart that says to God, I give up on me making right choices. Will you just make them for me? I think it has to come right back circle to, I'm already helping you to make right choices. You need to make them. And so no matter how much help you get, no matter what assistance you have or what plan you have, and you educate yourself on those things, which is a good idea, there's going to be a willpower moment where you say, I will walk in the Spirit, I will mortify the flesh, and I will do the right thing. It's just a decision I make. The only other advice I could give to you is this. Cutting off sin is easiest when you cut it off early and small, instead of cutting it off late when it's big. It's like a fire. Start a little fire, it's easy to put out. Wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, now it's really hard to put it out. So when I'm first tempted with any sin, if I immediately start to deal with it, find something else to do instead of that thing immediately. Don't just sit and ponder on it. Don't feed it. Don't create provision for it. Like, why do I have packs of cigarettes all over the house if this is something I'm really trying to quit? Don't make provision for it. Don't take that first step. Find the first step towards your sin and stop that step. It's much easier than stopping something way later down the road. Those are hopefully helpful things for you, Shelley. God bless you.